Morning, Dwayne here, Dry Creek Wrangler School. We on Tuesday morning here, the last week of school, and we got a horse here that came up, and I'm gonna work a little bit, so we decided to go ahead and video it. He belongs to one of the students. His name is Ozzy. He's a 14-year-old quarter horse. Ozzy's he's not a problem horse, but he won't be still this morning. He has ADD, attention deficit disorder. Now, every horse has ADD because there are times when there is a definite deficit of attention. They're not paying attention to you. And Ozzy's not been paying attention. He's here. He's got all these other horses and everything. So we're going to have a little lunging session, all right? But now, most people that I have seen and run across, when they lunge horses, it's not effective, and they don't do it right, all right? So I'm going to use Ozzy this morning as an illustration on effective lunging. It from Dwayne's point of view. Get your head up. You're not eating, all right? Now, a lot of people lunge because they don't know what to do with the horse. The horse has got too much energy, too much activity, too much life. They're like, okay, I need to wear my horse down. That doesn't work. You're not going to wear your horse down lunging him, not to the point that he's calm. You need to start and back up and say, why does he have so much energy? Why is he not paying attention? So like I've taught so many times, anytime you go to do something with a horse, you've got to ask yourself, why am I doing this? And then you got to say, okay, I'm doing this for this reason. What do I hope to gain from it? And then you got to ask yourself, well, how am I going to go about it? What am I going to do? Now, so we're just going to get, and you see he's already calmed down a little bit right here while we was waiting for the microphones and get everything hooked up. I just moved around a little bit and moved his feet. First thing you need to know is that the key to your horse's mind and his attention is in his feet, all right? He who controls the feet controls the horse, because they are a prey animal and they depend on their feet to run away. So if you control the feet, you control the horse. But I'm going to lunge him a little bit, and I'm going to talk about what I'm doing while I do it. So I want him, now see, he keeps, always pay attention to the horse. He keeps looking over that way. That pasture over there is full of horses, all right? So again, we've got attention problem. There's another horse back here. He's like, I want to go and see what that horse is doing. What's that horse doing? So I'm going to get his attention. Now, I'm going to lunge him. Come over here. Now, Cole, horse belongs to Cole. Pay attention to me. Cole says he's been lunged, and so this shouldn't be too hard. I'm going to back him up a little bit, get him away from those guys. And I'm going to come in, and first thing you need to do is position yourself. You need to be at his shoulder. Then I'm going to use a lead rope, and I'm going to give him some direction. Okay, here we go. I give him some direction and just a little bit of energy to the shoulder. Now he moves up into a trot. I don't need him to trot. I'm not trying to make him tired. Come on, grass is a little wet. We had some rain last night. We're moving easy. Now he wants to trot, but if he'll come down to a walk, I'm gonna let him walk. Mistake number one people make when lunging their horses, they think they have to lunge them at speed. You don't want to lunge your horse at speed, okay? You set the tone and the energy. Your horse gets their energy from you. And if you come out here and you set the tone lunging, trotting, or loping, then they're like, okay, that's how we deal with the situation. But if I'm like, no, we're just going to walk. Now he keeps coming around here and tipping his nose at that other horse and at those two mares over there. Come on. A little bit of energy. No. Keep him going. So he's not focused on me, and that's okay. It won't be okay long term, but it's okay for now. There's that one ear towards me. No, don't look at those mares. Come on. He has an ear towards me. Now he's tipped his nose in a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to step back. I'm going to ask him to go around the other way. Now he jumped up and went around there pretty quick. That's because he's got a lot of energy this morning. But I'm not going to keep pushing it. I'm just going to stay calm. And I'm going to let him take his cue from my energy. All right? I'm just going to stay calm. Now, I'm used to my horses will keep going around if I'm not looking at them. And I'm trying to stay facing this direction so the mic will give me audio in the camera. But you notice how I'm not driving him. I don't have a whip back here driving him fast. I just he keeps looking at these other horses. So I just keep bumping his nose when he does and says, look, just pay attention to me. Now I'm going to come in here, move him back in the other direction. I'm just moving his feet. I'm not trying to teach him anything physical. I'm not trying to train him physically. What I'm doing is I'm redirecting his mind. See, his nose is tipped in there, and he's got that ear towards me. And he's just, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but he's just, He gets around here and he's like, oh, I got to look at that horse. Oh, wait a minute, I need to look at Dwayne. Oh, I'm not sure which way to go. Keep going. So what I want him to do, you got to know what you're looking for. So what am I looking for? How do I know when I've got what I want? He'll come down to a walk. That's a start. But that wasn't a walk. That was a ask Dwayne, can I stop? I don't want to do this anymore. He'll come to a walk. He'll stop looking at those other horses and he'll start licking his lips. Now, changing directions, what that does is when I change directions, that forces him to think a little bit to get his feet in order so that he can make that particular maneuver. So again, I'm using and working his mind. I'm not trying to teach anything with his body. We don't train the horse's body. I want his outlook and his focus. So every time I do that, he has to focus on me to get this right. And so what I'm doing is I'm getting him to listen to me. And where he's not, I want to see how his nose, he didn't look at those mares this time, and he didn't look at the gelding. I don't know if what comes across on the video or not, other than them dang Jake brakes. Whoa. Nice. Good boy. Good boy. See him licking his lips? We want our horse to be relaxed. That's our goal, is to relax our horse. He wasn't relaxed. Grit your teeth, clench your jaw as hard as you can. Your whole body tightens up. All right? If your mouth is tight, your whole body's tight, not relaxed. A horse cannot be relaxed until their mouth is relaxed enough they start licking their lips. Now he's relaxed. Now I'm going to ask him to move now. Again, I'm just going to give him a little direction, little energy. I say, I'm in the wrong position. I was at his nose. I'm going to come around to his shoulder. He's like, I don't want to. All right, I'll put energy to his shoulder. I wanted to give him the opportunity to move off with the least. Go on. And I want him to do it walking and relaxed. I want to see him licking his lips while he's walking around here relaxed. Dwayne, wants your whole focus on this. And if you can't answer that question, you shouldn't even do it. Whatever you're doing with your horse, if you can't answer the question, what is my focus? Why am I doing it? And what do I want to get out of it? You shouldn't be doing it. See, his head's coming down. He's out of walk. I want him to lick his lips. Listen, any dog, any black plastic bag in the wind, any air horn on a big truck can make your horse run. It ain't a horseman that can get out there and wave something and ki-yi and make a horse run. It's a horseman that can take a jacked up horse that wants to run and calm it down and get it to do what you want calmly and at a walk. That's a sign of a horseman. Just because you can take your horse and dump it out in a round pen and walk out there with a flag and make it run circles, that ain't nothing. My dog can do that. Come on around. Come on around. Whoa. Good boy. Whoa is always facing in. All right. Now he's still not licking his lips right here, but he's nice and calm. He's nice and calm. So, Cole, come on over here and start on his hoof again, see how he does. We were trying to pick his hooves out, which he is normally really good at. He does all the time, and he was just dancing and moving. He was just so excited about these other horses, he just couldn't focus. So now we went through a session of just calming this horse down and getting his mind so he can pay attention, and now we can do what we need to do. And our horses now, we have erased, no riddling necessary. We erased the ADD. Maybe I spoke too soon. Just let him in there, buddy. Whoop. Easy. Easy. Whoop. And that's lunging. When you go to lunge a horse, I'm going to say it again, make sure you know why you're choosing that particular action. Why lunging? Number 2, how are you going to do it? Number 3, how do you know when you got what you're looking for? How do you know when you're done? Okay? I'll step in here. You got to be at the shoulder. You got to be in the right position. Hold on just a second. Okay? We'll finish up this video and then you can go on. All right? Come out here. You're all right, buddy. Whoop. He's like, now I'm a little confused. When you start lunging, you got to be positioned at their shoulder. If you're out here, they'll stop. If you get back here, they'll swing their butt away. Now what's going on right now, he don't want to start from out here. Like most horses, he's not as comfortable as he should be on his right side because we work more on the left. But you come to the shoulder, you give some direction, some feel, and then you put a little energy at the shoulder, not the butt. You don't do anything with the hindquarters. Little energy at the shoulder, and then as he moves around, you move around, and you make sure you stay in position at his front shoulder. Now, if I get out ahead of him, he's going to stop. All right, I didn't ask him to stop. I got out of position. If I get behind him, he's going to swing his hindquarters. Okay? All right. So we'll go ahead and continue on here and catch you guys next time. All right, go ahead. There, you're famous. I get all royalties. All right, don't even think about it. Because he wouldn't be still.
Just to settle him down.
Well, and get his attention. Because the reason he wasn't settled is all these new horses. All these new horses, and he's in a new place. And we kept him out in that pasture by himself, because if you bring a new horse on a place and dump him out in a herd with a bunch of other horses, there's going to be that natural pecking order fight. And so I don't want my horses, and I don't want his horse to get kicked and squealed at and bitten in the process. So he's only here for a few days. So he's been separated from the other horses. Now he's out here. There's 2 horses over there. Mouse is over there. The other horses are out there. The traffic's up here. So his mind was just all up here. So what we had to do was calm him down and get his mind on his surroundings where he's at so he could pay attention. And I think we did all right. A horse's brain, picture a half moon fuel gauge. All right. So if I'm looking at a fuel gauge, it's empty and it's full. All right. With a horse, it's instinct and reason, logic and reason, or instinct. A horse is naturally pretty much pegged out on instinct by nature, all right? And when you get this morning, things like this are going on with your horse. It's not that they've lost their training. It's not that they've become mean. It's not even that they're frightened. It's just that needle is over here on instinct. So our job is to bring that needle down to logic and reason, okay? And we do that by moving their feet calmly and deliberately with focus and with purpose. And now you can see his needle, which was getting way over there on instinct, not fear, all right, not anger, it was just you know, all this herd stuff. That's just his instinct, all this herd stuff. So what we did was we brought that needle down. We moved his feet calmly. We projected an energy, and he picked up on that energy, and we moved his feet. And so with a calm energy, we redirected his outlook. We haven't trained him to do anything. We haven't taught him to do anything. We haven't physically worn him out. We haven't physically done anything different to this horse. All we did was calmly redirect his focus and get his mind. And too many people, when they're trying to work with their horse, they're focused on the physical. Well, he's jacked up, and so I need him to come down, so I got to make him tired. Well, you're focusing on the physical. The physical isn't the problem. The mind is the problem. Stop focusing on what's not the problem. The mind, listen, the mind drives the body. Let me tell you that again. Don't ever forget it. It's the mind that drives the body. If you control the body physically, that does not mean you've got the mind. But if you control the mind, that means you automatically get the body. So you go to work on the mind, the will, the emotions, the outlook, the view, the approach to things. The body will take care of itself. The body will take care of itself. All right, you get him all picked out? All right, good job. Did you get your horse picked out? No?
Not quite.
Why do you look terrified right now?
I'm not terrified.
No, I'm kidding. You don't look terrified at all.